Hi everyone, and welcome back to Life Cues Week 13. You know, a funny thing happened to me on Wednesday night. I was preparing for some clients to come over for a doula meeting, and the doorbell rang, and this lady was at the door, and she said her name. Let's just say her name is Kathy. She says, "Hi, I'm Kathy," and I'm like, "Yes, Kathy, and I can help you. How?" And so she's like, "Oh, well, I had a meeting with you tonight." And I'm like, "Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Come on in." And I was so embarrassed. And to make a long story short, I thought she was pregnant because I thought she was my client, but she ended up being a young doula that was mentoring with me. And I had asked her to come to the meeting, but I'd completely forgotten about it. So I proceeded to bring her downstairs, and in my brain, I'm like, did I double book clients tonight? And what have I done? And so I go on to say, "So when is your baby due?" And she says to me, "Well, I'm not pregnant." And I just kept putting one foot in my mouth behind the other foot. But we got it all sorted out and had a big laugh about it later. But I was totally embarrassed. And then it got me thinking that our prompt should be, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? So let's get started. Okay, here's my page, and I'm sure you can figure it out if you really look hard at this. But my most embarrassing moment to date had to be, it had to do with another doula client again. We often meet clients, and my office is in my home. So they come to my home and we do a free consult with them and tell them all the services we have to offer. And then they go away and decide if they want to go with us or not. So this was probably about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And we used to have a poodle, and his name was Wiggles, and he's passed on. He lived to be 17 years old and gave us a lot of joy, and he was just a wonderful family member. But I got a good chuckle when I was doing this page and remembering him. But this was in his last few weeks on the planet. And he used to go off by himself all the time, and we could never find him. And then, he was very antisocial and obviously very, very old and uncomfortable and just probably wanting to just say farewell. So this particular night, this couple came to my home, and they were a lovely couple. He was really, really funny. She was quite stoic and beautifully, meticulously dressed, and she just looked lovely. So she came downstairs, and they left their shoes and purse at the front door and came on downstairs. And so we explained our services to them. And she was quite quiet, and you couldn't really get a read from her one way or the other. And so I went upstairs to see them to the door with my doula partner. And as I got to the door, I kind of looked, and I saw this big pool of yellow liquid near her purse, and I had to process, what could that be? Then I realized that Prince Wiggles had decided he was going to come out from wherever he was hiding and decided to pee all over this woman's beautiful, beautiful, very expensive leather handbag. So I didn't have any time to collect myself. So I was mortified, to say the least, and it just went on to be one embarrassing moment after another until they left. And needless to say, they didn't hire us, but we sure laughed about it, and we laugh about it to this day. So to do my page, I simply painted the back with light blue acrylic to depict the sky and the heavens, and I dotted some white for clouds. And then I found this picture of Wiggles, and I thought it was great because the pose he was in is perfect for this page. I made my wings, I was trying to make kind of gossamer wings, and what I used was a dryer sheet. I heard this tip from someone on YouTube, but I will put her link underneath. And I just simply, the difference between mine and hers, she washed hers after they were used. I did not. I just glued the two together with Mod Podge and used a brayer and heat embossed it. And then once you set it, it becomes this really cool stuff. So another great recycling item. And then I cut out the wing shape, and it gave it that really cool kind of see-through-y ethereal look. This is great for if you want to do butterflies or dragonflies or flowers or anything like that on your page. So then I went on to emboss it in silver to give him his heavenly wings that he most deserves. And I put all these hearts around to represent how much we really loved Mr. Wiggles. I used the Big Shot and used one of my die cuts. I just made my purse out of that, just add a little bit of bling. And obviously I used this beautiful transparent gold and yellow ink. And then I just added some little black doodling around the hearts. We do miss our Mr. Wiggles, but he gave us lots of fun and joy and laughter, and we still laugh about it to this day. And as you saw, I folded up a piece of blank paper and put it in the purse, and that's where I'm going to write all my journaling on it. So that's my page, and I can't wait to see yours. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.